السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته يا جماعة، وأهلا وسهلا فيكم فيديو جديد بسلسلة اساسنز كريد فالهالا. بهالحلقة خلصت مهمة رويد تقريبا، مو تقريبا خلصت مهمة رويد، وبعدين رحت حاولت أكمل بالقصة، ولازم تشوفوا شو صار معي رحت أكمل بالقصة. بتمنى تستمتعوا بالفيديو. لا تنسوا قبل ما تبلشوا، إذا ما كنتم مشتركين بالقناة اشتركوا، وإذا انتوا عم تتابعوا هالسلسلة معي لا تنسوا تدعمونا بلايك وشير، وعطونا كومنت حلو مثلكم. شكرا لكل حدا عم يتابع السلسلة معنا وعم يدعمنا، يعطيكم العافية. وبسم الله خلونا نبلش. خلينا نطلع لفوق لعند الحاجب. حاجب مو معناها الناطور. حلو، ضافوا لنا نقطة انتقال سريع.
Word of your actions in Theodord has spread like wildfire.
يلا خلونا نكمل.
Men are pouring in from across East Anglia, and our ships stand ready.
Theodord's reeve is with us. His men will be here soon.
More than his, the Kingsbury Horn has inspired men all across this kingdom. We will have the army we need. It seems Oswald got what he wanted in the end. Saxon and Dane united in common cause.
A pity he is not here to see it.
The forces will be ready soon. Are you ready to start the assault?
I am.
Our target is Burg Castle, said to be impenetrable.
Good. Let them have their false confidence.
By cover of night, Valdis will lead the field at the front gates. With Rued's men distracted, our forces move on the sea gate from the backwaters at their backs.
And once we're in, we'll leave no gate closed in that castle. Rued's men cannot be allowed to dig in further. Your longship, is she ready?
She awaits her own special glory. They need your words, Eivor.
تذكروا تضحية أوزود.
Oswald was a man who didn't hesitate when you sought him for favors. A man who was fair and strong. A man who gave his life for his kingdom. Honor him today. Honor his memory. And fight with the same extra courage he showed!
For Oswald!
Now is the time. Today we rid East Anglia of Rued's clan once and for all.
بتحسوا ايفر بهالدقن هيك طالع ختيار، مو انه شاب مثل ما كان اول اللعبة. بحسوه ختيار وحكيم يعني.
You remember the dream I spoke of?
You sailed through Helheim on a ship of fire.
Here, it may come to pass.
Dreams, life, maybe they are one and the same.
كمان في هون مهمة مستترين والله، ولا انا كابس؟ يمكن انا كابس المهمات. مهمة المستترين لا بدنا غضب من البحر. عفوا تعفت شوي بالقائمة.
Rushing for the spear din, a watcher light on water's wake. Another glory I will keep.
مع 100 متر، مسافة طويلة والله. طيب غنية، ما في أغاني.
Rued's shit stains will see us coming.
شكله ما في شيء. أنا بدي أسليكم بصوتي الحلو. طيب معناتها بنستغل هالفرصة بنقول لكم لا تنسوا اللايك الشير السبسكرايب يا شباب.
Steady! Hold course! Ready yourselves to brace, men! We bring Helheim to our enemies! How nice! They greet us with some of their own from the air! Arrows! Brace! Odin's hell! These sword maidens take him swiftly.
وقت الواحد يكون بده يحكي حديث هيك يعني مجبر انه يحكي، ما بيطلع معه حكي مثل هلا. بالحالة العادية بيطلع معي حكي يعني.
Keep your shield arms limber! Harden yourselves, men!
شو عم يضربونا هدول؟ تذكروا السلاح اللي استخدمناه بلعبة جوست اوف تسوشيما؟ نفسه بالضبط، بيضرب اسهم بيفجر السفن. يمكن هي احسن جرافيكس بتشوفها باللعبة من اول ما لعبتها لهلا. يا ويلي على هالميزة ما احلاها. شايفين البرفكت دوج؟ لسه في واحد ضدنا. 190 190 يلا باك. يا سلام، رجع شوي لورا زيادة. فوت شاع. يلا البوابة الثانية، فايت نظف لكم المنطقة. أنا اوه في اسهم نار. واو بالغلط هي كانت بس منيحة. ما بعرف ليش عم تروح العزيمة تبعيتي. ماتوا. طب اذا عملت هيك بصير؟ ما بصير هيك شفنا. ايوه في مكان فاضي قدامي يا حبيبي. في حدا ميت من جنودنا ما بيهم. لسه في بوابة.
Our battle plan has legs. Keep the pressure!
Be explained. These merchants and foreigners can fight.
فشوا لحتى فضيكم فشوا. يا ويلي يا ويلي يا ويلي على حركات، عم بعمل حركات ما بعرفها انا، ما بعرف انه عندي. جايك بس اضرب الباب ضربه، ما حترك الباب ويجيك هلا.
Oswald. He lives.
Oswald lives! Eivor, is that you? Shut your arse, twig spine.
اخ
Stand fast. This will be over soon. Worry not for me. You must stop. Silence, fool.
So this is what it comes to, Wolfkist? 2 Danes fighting over a filthy Saxon whoreson? If this swine is your prize, come and get him.
You try the other way.
Suffer for now! Oswald can wait.
بدي بس فل الاسهم قبل ما اقاتله لهداك، يعني اظن هلا لازم اقاتله. وهاد دم حلو، دمنا تمام، امورنا تمام. ما اظن في فايدة من قتال هدول، يمكن ايه ما في فايدة. خلص فللنا الستامينا والادرينالين، خلينا نطلع لفوق بقى.
The Saxon lover comes to fight.
A miserable clan you lead, Rued.
Yes, and one that has bled this country dry for 2 summers.
Flee, Rued, while pity restrains my blade.
Not till I've taken all these shores have to offer.
GG يا
They should be ruined,
Yeah, Roy.
wolf-kissed. Made thralls, not treated as equals. We are better than this. Than all of them.
Do not drag me down to the sewage you wallow in. East Anglia will have its king, and it will not be you.
That groveling worm in a cage. You must be blind.
عم ما اضعفه، توقعته ياخذ مني اكثر والله. اول محاولة بثانيتين مات. كنت متحمس لقاتله اكثر شخصية باللعبة بسبب انه حطوه بالتريلر. ما احسن حتى نخلص المحادثة بيناتنا. قتلناه.
You throw in with these wastrels? These Argir swine? For what? A scrap of land and a promise of peace?
Eivor, no! He should be tried before God, a lawful assembly. I won't have my reign begin with more blood spilt than is needed.
Another screeching scold. This man must die for the damage he has wrought. The old laws are clear. These are Oswald's lands, to rule as king as he sees fit. Does Eivor bow to kings? To defy a king would shame him. East Anglia cannot heal without his honor intact. And what of your honor, Eivor? How much are you willing to lose? He deserves death, Oswald. That's our way.
Eivor, please.
Without a blink I will kill him. يعني بدون ما ترفع عيني.
Blood for blood leaves no warmth in the hearts of men, Eivor. None at all.
Doesn't feel like a calendar.
صار تعمل الهجوم قلعة بورغ. كان طالع صوت حكي
I should
وراح.
speak with Oswald. See if he's well.
To the ships! Praise the Old Father! Oswald
في
lives!
سبيكة.
You fight well, heathen. Not bad yourself, Saxon. We did it! Eivor.
Saxon and Dane. We fought well, side by side.
If there is to be a future for both our kind, people like you and me will have to change the most to live within it. Even if that makes us uneasy.
When you're crowned king, the laws of this land will be yours to decide.
All this is like a dream.
But you're not asleep.
Well fought, the both of you.
You came as well, old friend.
If I'd known you were still alive, I would have stayed in Norwich.
Look around you. A happy occasion and a glorious victory.
And soon, something more grand to take place. Our wedding, my love. If you will still have me, that is.
And why would I not?
I fought poorly. I melted under the heat and anger of that brute. And I never...
Oswald, stop. You fought with all your heart and soul. That's all you need ever do.
Come then. We have much to prepare for.
A bride to wed and a kingdom to lead. What some men wouldn't give for such things.
Countless men have died for them. And you, Fenrir? Are you jealous of such things?
Hardly. My heart is afire, but my body aches. I desire only a long nap.
I saw a bale of hay back there.
Later, Abel. For now, I must see to the wounded.
Then I will see you at the wedding.
Aye, of course you will.
I should return to Elmenham. Oswald's wedding will soon begin.
جميل جميل. هاي نقاط جديدة وبنفس الوقت ليش هيك هذول مفتوحين؟ بنفس الوقت كمان انه معنا من قبل يعني كمان شوي تانيات بتلاقوا فللنا. هلا نحنا ازقلنا السبيكة تحتنا. في هون شغلتين ذهبيات. شكله في سبيكة وصندوق. خلينا نشوف طريقة نفوت لجوا. في هون احمر قفل. لا هذا المدفع. والله شيم هالفايت كان. ما قلت لكم كنت متوقع يكون احسن من هيك بكثير المستوى. مستوى بس طلع المستوى سيء. يا اما انا كثير صرت قوي يعني. ف كان لازم اتسلى فيه شوي. هيك على فكرة بقعد بدور كل مرة على المدخل الا ما الاقي. اوكي هاي مدخل. تمام لقيته. هالمرة المدخل سهل جدا. انا اللي ضايع. اسمعش عم بحكي معكم وهذا الشيء احلى من التلويت.
What are you doing?
طيب سوبر ايزي. ذهب نكد. شو طلع لنا بالصندوق؟ تايتانيوم وجلد وحديد اظن. تمام. قانون الزواج. هلا ضل شي هون. خلينا نشوف على الماب. في شوية لوت. خلينا نروح نجيبه. 60 متر. حلو بين معنا. رون السلاح رأس صعد رؤوس بسيطة وصلة دمية. طيب ما أظن ضل شي هون. خلونا نشوف المهارات. شو نفتح؟ السهم الموجه هذا معنا يا لسه. اوه انا هاي الادرينالين ماني موصل لعندها مفاتحة. والذئب نحن كل شي عنا ذئب. صار عنا المفروض 4 ادرينالين هلا صح؟ اي والله 4. طيب خلونا بقى نروح على العرس.
Wedding preparations in full bloom. Don't they say alderman before?
هلا بتصير انجلترا شرق انجلترا معانا. ضللنا شوي وبتصير كل المنطقة إلنا.
Come, the wedding is soon to start. How grand!
A beautiful and worthy celebration, my
جاهزين
lord.
لفرح شوي يا شباب؟
Just like you to keep a king waiting at his own wedding.
Yet I arrived in the end.
A part of me worried you wouldn't.
You look good. It's
You
about
look
you
good,
today.
Oswald. Like a man about to marry a more powerful woman.
Do I? Because I'm nervous as hell.
Of all the battles a man can fight, the war against himself is the hardest to win.
هذا عرس من البقالة. فينكم تحكوا شي كلمة؟
I I hereby name you man and wife, and as man and wife, I name you Oswald of Elmenham, first of his name, the rightful king of East Anglia, with his lady Valdis, soul, fist, and beauty of this land.
عبالك يا ايفور.
You've done it, steward. A king now sits on the throne of East Anglia.
Don't leave yourself out of this song. We did it together.
Back to your dreams, then, of fire and Helheim.
I lost my way some time ago. Hard to say when. I don't want to be here. I never did. This was Halfdan's dream. He ordered me to see through. In my dreams, I'm sailing, remember? Wind in my beard, salt on my lips. I want that life again. Whether or not I find it, only time will tell. Until then, let us feast, drink, and forget our pain!
طيب استمتع بالاحتفالات.
Skål, Ivor! Let's have it. Your fist is without ale. Let us address that.
Surely a special kind of metal is required for drinking before the new king?
A metal not unlike your own.
To Odin and his endless glories!
And the new king of East Anglia. May his reign be long and good. Not bad, Wolf-Kiss. I wager you couldn't drink more than me if you tried.
A fool's wager.
A challenge nonetheless. What say you?
I will drink you under the table.
مصاري بس مو ببلاش.
Let us see how you fare against the ale beast of East Anglia. And we'll make it interesting. Put your silver where your mouth is. What say you?
I accept.
معي 130 سيلفر يا شباب، ما معي غيرهم. صرفتهم كلهم على الجلد والحديد.
Is that what you say? Yes, to celebrate. Skål! Drink more.
Rulemonger.
بس ما خلص هو أول واحدة. ممتاز.
Staggering already?
إلنا الفوز. لا والله ما لحقناها لهي، بس لسه فايزين نحنا. Yes!
The ale here, it's strong. But I am stronger!
Aye, stronger than me. You drink as well as Valdis. Now that I would pay to see.
Speaking of payment, where is my silver?
Here, well earned, Wolf-Kissed.
الكبرياء يا ول. صلي يومين عم بتدرب.
Eivor, care for a challenge?
يلا.
Eivor!
Wolf-kissed, gaze upon my parts. They stand so strong. Unbreakable at this distance, no?
They are not, Brothier. My arrows shatter whatever target they strike.
Even after draining so much mead, succeed and you shall be rewarded.
Keep your eyes open long enough to witness this, you drunken lout.
طلع السهم.
Yes, that's it. As with everything, an easy task for the wolf-kissed.
Barely a challenge.
Impressive, impressive. Here as promised. Now go enjoy the party.
شو اعطاني؟ 50 فضة؟ كأنك جاي على حالك شوي. ما بيشتروا كيس
Look there,
شيبس هدول.
Fenrير on the roof.
اجي فينير من اعلى السقف يلا.
Eivor, Eivor! Some sweet wine for a sweet swine? Come join me! The Saxon god wanders somewhere up here, does he not? I haven't seen him.
They like to say he moves with mystery.
Look! The moon! It moves untroubled now. But one day it will be eaten by a giant wolf and the nights will be black forevermore.
Are you all right?
I've tasted glory once again. And it was good.
I'm glad to hear it. Now,
I always felt like Skoll or Hati, chasing and trying to fulfill Halfdan's wishes. But now I've caught my sun and moon. I've got them and I don't know.
you can let them go. Sail to a further shore.
My longship's in Valhalla. Don't you remember? Firestarter.
Come on. Let's get you to solid ground.
Everything's spinny.
فين زدت من هون لتحت؟
Strong. You're very large.
وين القش؟ لازم يكون في قش نزدت عليه. صح؟ كيف بدي انزله؟ اجلب فينير من في حدا بيستلقي؟ اوكي والله بالغلط بالضبط. خلصوني بقى من هالمهمة.
Sorry for this, Eivor.
Enough fun and games. I should
Yeah.
see how Oswald is doing.
تحدث إلى أوزوود.
Eivor, I'm about to address our guests, and I'd like you to be there.
It's been a worthy ceremony so far.
And have you had enough fun yet?
I'm ready to hear you address your kingdom.
Good. Come, join me. Friends, honored guests, we've pushed through hard times. It seems like all we've known is loss and suffering, but it is not conflict that binds us. It is compassion. May we always favor compassion, even when our enemies refuse its boon. So, to my Dane friends and neighbors, I give thanks for the bravery you have shown during our collective struggles. And for my fellow Christians, may we continue standing as examples of our Lord's grace. Lights in the dark. I see East Anglia's future right here, right now, in all of you, Dane and Saxon alike. To our future,
Still a bit soft on insults, but the king has courage.
And to Eivor, without whom none of this would have been possible.
On behalf of East Anglia, let this ring be proof of our loyalty to the Raven clan and all they have done for us today.
Would you have any words of wisdom for us?
To the good King Oswald! Skull!
To
Skål.
Oswald!
Skull!
يلا.
Skull!
Score! Okay, everyone, the bridal race starts now. Remember, you all have to lose to the bride and groom.
Quick, brother! We can't lose to Oswald!
سابق إلى المسكن العام. شو يكون نغش ونجيب الذئب؟
You lost!
يلا خالصين. نرجع على موطننا بقى، اشتقنا.
It was a beautiful wedding, Oswald. Like you said it would be.
Thanks to you, and everything you've done here.
كأنه كثير مطمطوا بالموقف يعني.
It won't be easy putting the pieces of East Anglia back together. But you won't be alone. Saxon and Dane have banded together in your name. You are the right man for the throne, and they'll be with you.
Thank you, Eivor. I don't know what to say.
When we met, I spoke of an alliance. Will you hold to the oath you made?
I will. Consider East Anglia a friend of the Raven clan.
There will be a day when I come calling.
Goodbye, friend.
Until next time, great king. I should find Fenrir. Say goodbye before I leave.
فينير. ما خلصنا حكي مع فينير. يلا.
Ah, greetings, Eivor.
You're missing the festivities.
I've had my fill.
It's as much yours as it is Oswald's.
I was a crumbling man, Eivor. Before all this, I thought I'd die a tired old failure. But now, my heart burns bright with newfound fire. I want to live hard, die fierce.
Glory cares not for age, Fenrir. Sail with me. My ship could always use a wise head and a strong axe.
Together,
Together.
I'll gather my things.
والله عم نطور الفريق تبعنا. تم تجديد مرتزقة فايكنج فينير. قرون الزواج خالصين. تمام. نقطتين. قديش صار ليفلنا؟ بعد هدول 106. ممتاز. شو فينا نساوي؟ ضرر اشتباك. والله ذئب. خلينا نطوره. قوامة الهجوم البعيد المدى. هاي حلوة، هاي حلوة. لا ما حلوة. فكرتها بتفتح لي هاي. فينكم تشيلوا حتى اذا واحدة بس بدكم تعيدوها فينكم تشيلوها. مشكلة هلا كل اللي عندي بدي افتحهم تبع التخفي. انا بحب طور تبعية الذئب لانه اكتر شي بنستخدمه هو الذئب. هاي فين كله تخفي. هاي طريقة الذئب. خالصة. مقاومة ثقيلة. حلو. يلا.
The wind calls me back to Randy.
Let's tell her the
اوه
good news.
صار فيني غير بشكل السفينة. هلا هون في شي عنا؟ اوه والله في لوت منيح، خلونا نلوت واحدة واحدة. يلا خلونا نخبر راند فيه. بس رحت سويت عقدين لهاد رضا. عم جمع عقيق لاني اخر شي بشتري فيهم شغلة مرتبة. ببيع كتير شغلات حلوة. هلا برجع لك بس خليني احاكي.
Rowan,
راند
hold.
فيه.
Eivor, thank Tyr.
I heard shouting. Is something wrong?
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished.
Rot disappointed word. Does the deer rub the stream when she takes a drink? Does a cow rub a field when he crops on sweet grass?
Eivor, this matter requires sensitive judgment. Will you?
Of course. From the beginning, please.
Well now, there is no excuse too small, I see. Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
متأثر
Please
يعني هو
start
هلا.
again. Tell me all that has happened.
I will start. I have been falsely accused by this Saxon Philistine.
A filly what? Are you mocking me?
Silence, please. I will hear both of your complaints and render a decision, awarding compensation if needed. Understood? Rowan, tell me your version of these events.
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough that I often catch him at my stables, stealing my tools.
Borrowing.
Holger, let him speak.
Stealing, borrowing. My point being, I have always allowed him to use whatever he pleased. I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail. Bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to Holger, and how right I was. For when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush slathered with indigo, dragging it across a sheet of
Painting, Rowan. I was painting. You make it sound so crude.
You see? Such willful arrogance. It will take ages for Ilgafur's tail to reach its former length. I demand compensation.
I understand. Thank you, Rowan. Rowan, tell...
I greatly enter... I am but when paint, you see? Such...
Holger, let me hear your side.
Eivor, you have known me as a skald for years. You have seen how my poems bring life and joy and wisdom to our people. And you know that my work requires a certain, let us say, freedom to make use of rare resources to compose my verses. Often when lacking the proper tools, I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick, Tovi's inks, all were given gladly.
You cut off my horse's tail to make a brush, you bleeding...
Rowan?
As I was saying, this morning in the throes of poetic reverie, I realized that my latest piece required delicate brushwork. I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed something gentler, softer. To make a perfect brush, I needed the fine hairs of a well-raised horse. And so I availed myself of a local resource.
You clipped Alfgafur's tail to the rump without asking.
It was early. I did not wish to wake you.
Thank you, Holger. I believe I understand your position. I believe I have heard enough. If you will...
My horse looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now. You must do something.
Do not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan. She remains radiant. Elgifur's hair will grow back in no time.
Quiet, both of you. Now listen. Holger, Rowan is clearly in the right. You sheared the tail from his horse without gaining permission.
I I borrowed the tale. Borrowed. Does the reality of
خلصنا.
My decision.
And if I do,
Pay them.
it does.
Go. Return to your.
خلاص يدفع له.
Allow me to pay you with a vibrant painting. After all, in some wish.
Oh, hello, Eivor. Good day. That Holger, he is quite the character.
I almost envy him. To see the world through such a muddy glass and live with such petty concerns. He hasn't a care in the world.
Let's not walk too far with that idea. I need you right where you are.
East Anglia is with us. Their King Oswald has pledged his loyalty to us.
Eivor Kingmaker, we shall call you soon.
حلو. شرق انجليا. هلا عنا منطقتين فوق فينا نروح عليهن.
Some interesting news. King Ceolwulf has sent Ceolbert to Shropshire. He hopes to install him as Elderman there.
Good for Ceolbert. He should do well considering all he has learned from you.
I gave him only a taste of my knowledge. The rest he will need to figure for himself. One more thing. I do not know if you heard, but Svend passed away a short time ago. The poor man slipped away in his bed.
I had not heard, no. And how is Tovi? She must be gutted.
It has been rough on her. She spends quite a lot of time at his burial mound. Speak with her, if you have the time.
طيب يا شباب حنروح لعند العرافة نكمل المهمة بقى وبعدين بنرجع بنصير بنطور بالمملكة بس حابب كمل بالقصة يعني فينا نرجع نتوسع بس اظن هلا مستوانا صار منيح ومستوى المستوطنة صار منيح فبنحسن نروح نكمل بالمهمة فهلا حروح على أسغارد.
The Nornir told me you'd be here. The cord is forged. Gleipnir, I call it. I'll wager there's a good story behind that wound.
A tale for another time. Thank you for this.
When you bind the beast, spare no loose ends. The cord will stretch or shrink to fit your needs.
How tightly will it hold? The beast may resist.
The more you tighten the cord, the stronger it will hold and the greater it will hurt, till the beast is rooted to the ground.
Thank you, Ivaldi. You may go.
Back to my forge?
Yes, until your debt to me is paid in full. It was the dwarves who made the world a trading post.
At least we trade in goods, not people, slave master. I'll be glad to be back on the ground, away from these angry skies.
مهمة جديدة مصير لا مهرب منه. يا ترى هاي الكنوز اللي هاي الجوهرات اللي هون اذا جمعناها شو بتفيدنا؟ اوه وين الذئب تبعي؟ والله يا شباب انا وجاي مبينة انه في حلبة قتال ماكنة شكله حيكون بس مرتب. الله يجينا نحن رايحين نربط الثعلب اللي هزمناه نشوف شو حيصير. اوكي وصلنا. اي تير ليش هذا عم يفتل يمين ويسار؟
Harvey, you're a balm to my eyes. What happened to yours?
A sacrifice for something greater. Is the wolf nearby?
Yes, but he's grown. I have kept him company, but he's consumed by a sadness I cannot understand.
Regrettable but necessary. I knew from the start this wolf brought ill tidings.
From the start it was a kind creature. But our mistrust and cruelty have robbed the poor wolf of its sweetness and life.
Would it be a kindness to kill it then?
We are past the time for such mercy. This wolf has power now that would test our strengths combined. I fear he is possessed of a power that renders him ever living.
Then we will offer him a different fate. This cord is unbreakable. You must convince him to wear it. It will act as a leash, whose magic will signal that he is safely secured. An assurance to the Aesir who fear him. A beacon, that is all. No harm will befall the poor Fenrir.
Fenrir, yes. You know the creature's name. Did Loki tell you?
He did. It is a fine name.
Yes. Dweller of the Fens. An apt name for his current fate. Fenrir! A good word has come!
Leave me.
ولي.
I wish you well, Great Wolf. But a fear still hangs over Asgard. The Aesir worry about your growing size and strength.
Do they now? And what do they have to be afraid of? Old friend.
Havi brings a collar fashioned by the dwarves. A beacon, that we may track from a distance to know where you roam. Wear this, and you may live and thrive in Asgard, without worry.
I smell something sour.
Wear the collar, or return to Jotunheimer. There's no third way.
Son of Loki, have I not treated you with kindness? We are bonded, you and I. And as I trust my king, so you may trust me. Open your mouth. As a pledge of faith, you may take my hand if I am untrue.
Fair.
Be swift, Havi.
It burns.
Havi?
Lies.
Unbind him! Havi! Here you stay, Fen Dweller!
طارت ايده.
Here you die. Deceiver. Brothers will fight one another. Kill one another.
You speak in riddles.
The home of the gods turns red. Red with gore.
خليك تحت الارض. كيف وصل لهنيك؟ لعبتكم فلا يا عيال. واو عالدمج اللي عم ياخده. تلاتة وعشرين. تعال خلصني. لازم اسهم يعني. الاسهم ما بالدمج لانه
age of storms, an age of wars.
Where did you hear these words of prophecy?
جي خلينا نروح كمل فتح في الممالك. هاللعبة زبالة، وكل عين وقحة يبيعوه $67. قال شو؟ على رحنا قتلنا فنرير 930.
What of Oxenfordshire? Sigurd told me he had business there.
Ah, yes. Sigurd is there now, in fact. He bids you go meet him as soon as you can. He has partnered with a rebellious thane called Giedrich and hopes to install Giedrich as elderman in exchange for an oath. There is an alehouse at the center of Buckingham. Sigurd will meet you there.
I should join my brother then. Where is Buckingham?
Along the Great Ouse River that divides Oxenfordshire. Sigurd will be pleased to see you.